Coming up in today's video, guys, we got an absolutely cracking skin peel by Katie. You can tell them well. And you've got a masterclass, I'm going to call this.
Oh, thank you.
In Curettage by the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. My name is Reece Barber, I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and I'm the other audiologist here.
So I watched this video already, and in fairness to Katie, she did an absolutely cracking job with this. This is a hell of a skin peel. It really, really is. So basically, this patient's got a whole layer of keratin over the canal and the eardrum as well. So she's doing a brilliant job here. She's drawing out this piece of skin because it's all connected together as well. So she's got to sort of peel most of it away.
How dry it looks.
I know. You can see she's doing everything right. She's pulling away from the sides of the canal wall. And Katie's really, really grown in confidence, hasn't she? She's coming on in leaps and bounds. She's done
definitely.
so well. You know, with the with wax removals, hearing tests, hearing aids, she's doing a whole lot. So she's doing a fab job. Now she's got to be really cautious here. You can see she's hovering, which isn't an easy thing to do, but she's hovering just above the canal wall, just to enable that peel all the way down. And the problem, the problematic part here is going to be when we hit that eardrum. That's going to be the difficult bit. That's where you've got to have a really steady hand and a steady nerve to take that away. You really do.
Oh, she's doing a good job so far.
She's doing fab. She's doing fab. She could see it was starting to peel.
Does she put oil in, do you reckon? Do
you know what? I genuinely can't remember. But look how that. So unfortunately for Katie, what's happening is it's sheared just before the eardrum, just shy of the eardrum. Patient talking to her there, I think. It looks like that 'cause it's a bit of a wobble. Yeah. Now this, it's difficult for viewers to comprehend just how hard that is to do. To get that peel started from that right-hand side of the eardrum there without touching any canal wall, in fairness, that is a hell of a job to try and do that.
That's a cracking job.
Yeah, she's done fab. I was like, when I saw they had sheared, I genuinely thought, I can't. I think it'll probably be oil and come back.
Yeah, your heart kind of sinks a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, look at that though. To give her a pat in the back, no, honestly.
I know. So I did say to her, I edited the videos, so I edited these last night. I'll tell you a funny story about that in a minute. So we've peeled off this right-hand side of the eardrum there. So there's a bit of oil gone in now for this left-hand side. Yeah. I edited all these videos that we're voicing over today last night. And then when I was transferring them onto like the shared drive we've got here, I accidentally deleted them all. I had to redo them all again because no matter what I tried to get, but they were kind of halfway through a transfer and it just threw the whole thing, and I couldn't get the files back.
I haven't got the patience. I would have cried and just left it.
Theo was sat behind me. He was sitting on the table. I was doing it at home, and he was sat behind me doing something, and I went, for goodness sake!
I was going to say you effing and jeffing.
It wasn't too bad. He was like, "What was that?" I explained. He went, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah." But
Theo knows that's bad.
So basically, she's this part now. We thought peeling from the right-hand side was difficult. Now she's got to peel from the left-hand side. Now the left-hand side is harder because with the right-hand side, you've got an edge to peel from. With the left-hand side, because of the recess that's there, she can't get to an edge. So she's almost going to have to try and peel over across to it. But look where she's starting from, halfway across the eardrum. She tries to peel to the left. She's going to collide with that left-hand side of the canal wall. So what she's got to do really cleverly and expertly done, she's got to try and peel it upwards. That's a tough one.
That's a tricky one. Got thinner is at the bottom as
well.
Yeah.
And she's taken it off the malleus as well. She's done really well. So now where would you go? Top left and peel down?
Yeah, I'd probably go, yeah.
Let's see. I really thought there's no way she's going to get this off here. She's taking her time. She's doing everything exactly as she should do. you know, she a little bit of range finding there. Now she's just going to see, is this dead skin, or is this just, it's a little bit of a layer of dead skin on that recess. And see, she's kind of thinking, well, can I peel it across?
Yeah.
That's not going to work. I'll do a little bit. And I do this sometimes. If I've got like a really, where you've got to be super steady, sometimes I'll go and take a couple of easy bits out, kind of get your fingers and your wrist working back as they should do, and then go for that harder one.
It's handy with the oil as well, just to start seeping in while you're cleaning these little bits away. That is a dry old ear canal.
That is so dry. So here we go now. So she's got to try and attempt this one.
Come on, Katie.
The first time she could see it was a bit dry, some more oil went in. So you've got to put enough pressure to get the suction grip, and not too much pressure. You flex the eardrum, and that is done brilliantly. You've got your leading edge.
That's it. That's the one. Draw that down from there now. That should start peeling quite nicely.
You'd think so.
You think so?
There you go. Look at that. Here it comes. And look how steady that suction tube is. There's no wavering. There's no kind of slight kind of wiggles. That is a brilliant. Fair play, Katie Watkins. That is a brilliant peel.
That's it.
She did well. She did do a good job there.
That was a really good job, to be
fair play. It's almost as if she had expert teachers.
Oh, I swear, yeah.
Well, not taking anything away from it. That was a tough old peel.
Now, this is my patient. Now, this patient, the sort of backstory to this patient, he comes roughly every 6 months. But this visit it's been about 10 months since I last saw the patient. Just, time goes by, you get busy, which is, understandable. But we can't use microsuction on this patient. So the patient went, kind of a little long story short, was working nearby a place that did wax removal. Thought, I'm feeling a bit blocked up. Went in, had microsuction, and basically the tinnitus started from there. So has had it since as well. So yeah, it must have been quite a noisy procedure, because it's not. The microsuction shouldn't really. There's always that slight risk, of the noise, causing a little bit of a temporary tinnitus. But
if it's done properly, sorry, yes, thank you. That risk is minimised, right? So it's very, very minimal. But if you're down there trying to suction off the eardrum for 20 minutes with a standard size ulnar tube or something stupid like that, these things are going to happen, unfortunately.
So, understandably, the patient's has always kind of, not so much declined microsuction, but has always asked politely if we wouldn't mind not using it.
Yeah.
So, I always tend to stick with curettage. Now, it's not normally this deep when the patient comes in, but this is the rye curette that we've got in here now, so you can see we're starting to get there. It's a bit of a tricky one because the wax it's soft. We are lucky in a way that it's not wet soft. Yeah. There's still a bit of structure to the wax. So what I'm doing, I can't be putting too much pressure on this wax, because I'll be pressing up against the bones on the ear canal.
I can see you keeping the curette almost quite horizontal as well.
Yeah. I'm just trying to almost see if I can get a bit of a roll going on. It seems to be not never ending though. You're pulling it forwards. There's another section.
This is curettage. It's not always the easiest of things to do, because you're always really conscious about the canal walls.
Yeah.
But to be able to do it, and for me, it's the next piece. This piece is great. Do you know what I mean? And it's not always easy to get out, and you've done really well here. But to get that next piece down the canal the way you do, I think that's the bit that was fair play. That is like a masterclass in curettage.
It kind of caught me off guard as well, because I thought, I'm probably not going to get this. I did say to the patient at this point, I was like, look, this is very, very deep. I may need to use microsuction, but I thought what I'll do here is I'll just touch up against it. Luckily, again, with that structure I just mentioned, this whole piece of wax is hard enough for me to actually start rolling it. Yeah. Now I'm trying to just get there's nothing really for me to grip onto, so I'm surprised I managed to get this to this point here.
It's almost like a ridge, was it, on the side you were putting it on?
Yeah, they must have been. I honestly didn't see it. That was by fluke. I must have known what I was doing. But so I've turned over to the hook now. I'm going to just squeeze into that little gap there if I can.
You don't want it to twist now, do you? That's what you wanted.
There we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, mate. It doesn't matter if it twists in this part of the canal.
No.
But yeah, fair play. I mean, to get it...
Just squashed it down.
To get it from its side that deep in the canal, do you mean to move that? That's a heck of a bit of curettage.
It's patient's always been sort of fine with it. You know, he's always been okay with the curettage, luckily, because you know it's an awkward feeling. Like the suction's awkward anyway, but it's that kind of that thing knowing somebody's like, you know, quite far in your ear with a little tool that could you know, quite easily cause a bit of discomfort.
Yeah.
But just trying to clear up these last little bits here. Now, a bit of an awkward one to get to. It's the ear canal on the side here, which is the awkward bit. I gotta stay out. I can't really put the camera around that bend because that's pretty much where the wax is. Hence why you're not seeing me going in and holding the ear canal open with the camera. It's
hard when it drops back like that, like quite suddenly, isn't it? And you'd be surprised how much collects in that area as well. You might just see like a leading edge, you pull it, and you're like, where is all this coming from?
Where's it coming from? Oh, trying to pick up that last little bit. There's obviously one more piece left. Oh, come on. Here it comes. It's quite a long piece as well, actually.
I say it's always surprising what hides in that corner.
There you
Look at that. I mean, you wouldn't have said there was that in there, do you?
No.
Fair
so
play.
there's a couple of little tiny bits left there, but I mean, I'm not concerned about those little tiny bits. No. I would have sent not sent, but we usually set up like a recall reminder for the patient. So, you know, I've said to them at this point, I'll send you a 6-month one. You know, whether the patient books an appointment at that point, you know, we always leave that up to the patient, but a reminder will be sent in 6 months, and we'll do the same again in 6 months. So you'll probably see another video in 6 months.
Well, guys, thank you very much for watching the video and getting to the end of it. If you enjoyed the video, I'm going to put another recommendation just up in the corner. I got it right that time, I think, up there. And if you really enjoy the videos, you can always think, well, if you wouldn't mind, if you subscribe, you'll get to see loads more videos. Hit that bell notification as well on YouTube, and you'll see loads more. Or if you don't want to subscribe just yet, give us a thumbs up. It does help to push it out to more people and helps with the algorithm as well. So guys, thank you so much for that. And if you really, really like it, you can also become members of the channel. That way then you get to see videos before anybody else sees them, and you get extra videos every single week as well. But until next time, guys, as always, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another, and myself and lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.